double tap it.
You gotta rub the button a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little
Hell,
love.
every time I rub the button, I get in trouble.
Well, there you go. That's part of the reward.
Oh, damn. We're live.
Uh-oh.
Now you tell me. Hell, I looked up at the television and seen us up on there.
Well,
Lord have
good evening,
mercy.
everybody.
Yeah. I'm going to start out with, let me go back to the top here. Hello, Sniffer, Miss Susie Sneedhead, Ann Frog, Autumn Leaf, Dana B. Damn, that's all I got in here. Ain't that something? I hope y'all having a good day today. I wanted to see Spice Girl and Lake Ferry up in here.
The weather was nice today. I woke up this morning. I think it was like 62.
Man, look, I woke up this morning. What was it? It's about 5, give or take, like that. Here it is. I'm in my boxer shorts and t-shirt, and the very first thing I do is walk out the door and see what type of day we're going to have. I'm going to say this right here. My thermometer disappeared. It was cold out there. I had to come back in and put my thermal PJs on.
Well, they say the best thing you can do when you get up early in the morning, go out barefooted and stand on the ground, and that's the best time to get sunshine because it doesn't have all the bad
Pollution.
rays and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The radiation level is the lowest.
Well, my problem is with all the squirrels I got out here eating their nuts and de-shelling them, I'm liable to put one in the bottom of my feet.
Yeah. There ain't nothing like being up and at it and see a good sunrise. So get you going.
Oh yeah, it really is. I have to step damn near in my neighbor's property to see a good sunrise on kind of, we got trees back here. I won't be able to see the sun till about 10 o'clock in the morning.
I heard this guy talking about discharging your body by standing on the ground because you can discharge, the negative rays and stuff that's inside of your body. He
Right.
had technical words and everything for it, but he said when back in the day when we used to run around barefooted and like the Indians,
Yeah.
most of the time they were barefooted or they had their moccasins on and stuff.
Yeah.
Very seldom did they get sick. It's because of the negative stuff that's in your body. And when I used to go out there gardening and stuff, barefooted, even while the doctor says, don't do that, that's bad for your feet, But I still did that stuff because
Hello, Preppy.
when I was young, I didn't have a pair of shoes. I ran around barefooted all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
well,
wear
I was
shoes either.
pretty much, I hated shoes. I mean,
I did.
I run around with no shoes on up until what, 16, something like that.
Shit, I was running around barefoot at 16.
And I was told, well, you can't drive a car barefooted. It's against the law.
I did.
And I only found out a couple of years ago that's a damn myth. You can drive a car barefooted.
We had a family friend, no lie. His nickname was Barefoot. Every time you seen him, you would never see this man with a pair of shoes. I don't even think he owned a pair. He was retired, so he didn't have to work. So
that sounds like that guy that hunts gators up on TV. I can't think of the name. Yeah.
He had long hair, long beard, and he always wore like a old train style cap. I don't know what you call them, a locomotive cap.
I know what you're talking about.
Conductor's hat.
Yeah, conductor's hat. Yeah,
I wish I could find me a true pair of bibs like that. The pinstripe, the thin ones.
yeah, that's what his hat was, the pinstripe style.
Yep. Mr. 101, I hope you are having a great day today. If not, suck it up and have one anyway. What's left of it. Dana B, I am proud of my calloused feet. Well, I know I don't care how many calluses you got on your feet. I guarantee you there's one thing you won't do. Walk on railroad cross ties during the summer.
Ooh,
Oh, I did.
man.
That would hurt.
I was young. I didn't know.
I used to bet people that I could, because everybody knew I was faster than them anyway. So I told them, I'll race you on this gravel road. I'll be barefooted, and you can wear your tennis shoes, and I'll still beat you.
Yeah.
And I would run down the thing. Always beat everybody.
Well, you know, like I said, coming up, hell, I was barefooted during the summer. And I know y'all heard this story time and time again. The only time I wore shoes is when I was going to school because I had to.
Yeah.
But bet your sweet bottom dollar at $3.15, as soon as I walked out down them steps, my shoes came off.
Well, you used to be able to get in the store with. Now
Yeah.
they have no shoes, no shirt, no
No
service.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back in the day, I remember going just wearing shorts and going in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Long as you had
What?
money, you were good. You were good to go.
Yeah.
exactly.
If I got a pocket full of cash, what does it matter if I don't have on shoes or not? I'm trying to spend money.
I'm like this. You don't take my money, there's another business right across the road that will.
Oh yeah.
The only reason they stopped is because they're scared to get glass or something in their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably somebody, brought some litigation against them.
Do y'all remember going in restaurants, lighting up a cigarette, and they had ashtrays in there?
Or y'all used
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a kid, I remember the tail end of it. Yeah. Smoking or non-smoking section.
Yeah. I think who was McDonald's was the last one around here I remember that you could walk into and smoke a cigarette. And they had the little aluminum ashtrays on the table,
Yeah.
gold color.
Yeah.
Mhm. You could crash them up.
Silver
Yeah.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Yep. But the bad thing is I've seen people in stores. I'm going to use this one as an example. Zayers, okay? I've seen people walk in there and put cigarettes out on a wooden floor at the time. And it had all that oil and grease and everything on it. Dude, that's the last thing you want to do.
Or in steakhouse, they put nutshells in the floor.
Yeah. Life with Bobby. Bars were the last ones around here where she grew up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they come down hard on bars and places like that.
$1,000 a pop every time they'd find somebody smoking in one there.
They
And you
just
know-
stopped.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they just stopped that here. I think it was January 1st, 2001. In our county that you couldn't smoke in any establishment anymore.
Good evening.
Now?
But at that point, it was only, like you said, bars and nightclubs or pool halls, stuff like that,
Right.
where alcohol was served.
What gets me is they have all the no smoking and everything, but they have the right before you go in. There's the ashtrays. So as soon as you go in, you get hit with all the smoke of the cigarettes inside the ashtrays.
Yeah.
Because there's never no, how to put them out. It's just toss them in this thing and they burn.
Well, now, back, damn, here we go. Back in the day when I used to go to pool halls, I mean, that's one thing you definitely expected was a smoky area.
Yeah.
I mean, when you opened the door to go in one, it reminded you of Cheech and Chong's car.
Hit me in the face.
That's why on the pool tables you always seen this burn mark.
Yep.
I hate that.
People would leave their cigarette on there and they got a good run, and so they went to go pick up their cigarette and it was already half gone.
Yep.
I hate it when people put their cigarette on the pool table or a drink.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes, the drink especially. I mean, because y'all know damn good and well, if you got a drunk with a drink, it's
They're going to spill it.
Spilled. Yeah.
Yeah. It's inevitable.
That's guaranteed.
You just don't want to be that one.
No.
Over here at the hospital, they got emergency room. Right next to the door is the smoking section. So whenever the door opens up, if somebody's smoking out there, it gets sucked right in, and you smell it anyway. I'm like, what's the point of having no smoking in here if the smoke comes in?
Well, now I'm like this right here. Okay, there's still a whole bunch of us people that smoke out there. Okay. Why don't you have an outside room covered just for smokers? That way, the people who do not.
That's what it was. It's just a little to cover for the rain and the snow comes down, and some benches with ashtrays.
Yeah,
and everybody sits out there and smokes, but. Like I said, anytime the sliding doors open, all that smoke just goes and gets sucked right up in there.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You need to put it like either on the side of the building where there ain't no entrances or stuff like that.
Yeah, they eventually somebody got some brains to them and did that. They moved it away from the door.
But now I will admit, for people who don't smoke, I don't hate them, or anything like that. That's your choice. Just like it's my choice to smoke. But if I'm outside and I'm nowhere around other people or, close to an entrance, don't come up to me and tell me that smoking's bad for you. Did you also know that poking your nose in other people's business is also bad for you? Can be dangerous to your health.
Yeah. It's okay to pick your nose, just don't pick others' noses.
Now, I worked for a company. I can't give it out. I mean, they're out of business, but
Chippendales?
The owner was a ex governor, in other words. Okay. I'm clearing trees on a loader outside, nobody around but me and two other people. He passed a fine. $100 would come out of your bonus for every time they caught us smoking a cigarette. I'm on a loader. I'm smoking a cigarette. He walks up behind me. He said, "That's $100." I said, "Okay." I kept smoking it. He said, "Ain't you going to put it down?" I said, "Hell no. It's the most expensive cigarette I ever smoked. You think I'm going to put it down?" He turned around and walked off.
Yeah, you done got your 100. I'm gonna finish it.
That thing cost me $100. I'm gonna smoke the hell out of it.
Man, like a fine cigar.
Now, we did get some real good bonuses, every 3 months. Don't get me wrong with that. So me losing $200, $300, $400, $500 between bonus to bonus, I wasn't going to say nothing about it. Carol Z says, "You're funny, Jeff." No, I mean, it's the honest to God truth. That's what happened. I'm 62 years old. I can tell you some stories. You will piss in your pants. And I can tell you some stories that would curl your toenails. No, I can't eat the filter. I done tried that. But I could put a half a cigarette in my mouth when the teacher walked up. "Are you smoking?" Mm-mm.
Oh man.
Hell, I had this assistant principal walk in on a bunch of us. And you could hear a cigarette like that right there. I'm standing at the mirror with my butt propped up on the sink, and he looks at me, and I take a toke. He said, "You gonna put it out?" I said, "Did you catch me smoking?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Hell no, I'm not putting it out." He let me finish smoking. We went to the office. I called Mama to come and get me. 3-day suspension.
I wonder what they do if somebody did that now. What would be the punishment nowadays standards?
I mean, you already caught me. Why hide it?
Yeah. I mean, the outcome's still going to be the same. Yeah.
Yeah, regardless. And Mama knowed I smoked when I went to school. She always told me, "You buy your own cigarettes." Well, hell, at 30 cents a pack, that wasn't no problem.
30 cents a pack. Wow.
No, 30. 30.
Yeah, 30. Yeah. Shoot. Compared to now, that's a big difference.
Yeah. What, $7, $8 a pack for some of them?
30 cents is just the tax plus the $8.
Yeah. And what I hate worse is somebody hotbox a damn cigarette and give it to me. Damn, that'd burn your lips.
Oh man.
It wasn't just smoking in the boys' room. Them women was sucking them down worse than us guys.
The only local stimulation we have is the cigar shops, where you can buy cigars and smoke them there. You can smoke in there, but everywhere else you can't do nothing but outside.
I forget what law that falls under, but that's also here in North Carolina.
Some type of commerce law or something.
Yeah. That's the only place you can do it.
No, hookah places.
Yeah, the hookahs, yeah. I forgot about them.
Yeah, but that ain't cigarette. That ain't regular tobacco they be smoking up in there.
Yeah, it is.
It is, but it's like flavored. Some do flavors or I tried it once. It really wasn't my cup of tea, but I know people enjoy it, Yeah.
Hell, all that is they legalized a damn bong. That's it.
No.
Now, here, look. Let me tell you something. Here in North Carolina, I don't know about where y'all live, any other state. Okay, you are allowed to sell them, but you cannot have one. They can arrest you for having one. Paraphernalia.
Really?
So what gets me is
odd.
Yeah, really. It really is.
Because
I mean,
that's the same way here. You can sell them, and it depends if you get in trouble or not, if it has trace amounts of the other stuff. Because if not, it could be just a bunch of pipe fittings.
Yeah, they can't arrest you for pipe tobacco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You want to talk about something like that? How many times have you went to apartments and stole the screens out of water faucets? You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Oh, I know what you would use it for.
Okay.
I just had to verify that I never did that. I'm thinking, damn,
Okay.
was there that one time? No.
Shit, we were putting heat and air conditioning in apartment buildings. I think every damn one of them apartments was missing the screens. I wasn't the only one doing it. Everybody there done it. Or Coca-Cola can.
I guess it's different. It's state to state or county to county. I know we have a bunch of we don't have any like dispensaries or anything, but we got what you call like head shops, where you could get all your accessories, pipe tobacco, cigars, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hell, I used to remember damn roach clips being on a feather. You can hang them up on your hat, your cowboy hat, like that, and not get in trouble for it.
Believe it or not, my dad is the one who started that.
Well, you tell him I said thank you next time you talk to him.
Made so much money on them damn things.
Yeah.
We used to sell them for $1 a pop.
Yeah.
It was like maybe 12 cents to make.
Them things kept you from sucking that last one down your throat.
I like to get that turnover now, 12 cents for $1. Shoot, we do that all day.
I wonder if you could bring that back. I mean, I know it was 70s and 80s, kick and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then for cowboy hats that had them feather headbands.
Yep.
He sold the crap out of those too.
Those style of hats are made a comeback. I've seen know what you're talking about.
Those old Western Bolo things that's just a leather strap and you tighten it up. Yeah.
Now, the very first cowboy hat I ever bought, period, and I did not know what I was buying. I walked in there and bought a Stinson cowboy hat, and that was before they skyrocketed.
Huh.
I think I paid, at that time, I had just turned 16. I think they was something like between $30 and $40 for one hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember different areas that I grew up and whatnot, and I don't see how people wear them ugly-looking cowboy hats. I went to a rodeo and seen all the rodeo girls. Next day, I was going around with the cowboy hat on.
Well, what I got a kick out of was watching all them girls wear them boots, and some of them girls up there at the top that wrapped around their leg. Hey, shit, looks like you put a couple more feet in that boot. As loose as they were.
Yeah, I remember.
Susie D. Yep, you're right.
Some tough girls doing that rodeo, though. I've seen them do the barrel races.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love watching that.
Tossed, and they'd be rolling, get back up, and jump up on that horse and finish it up. And I'm like,
What do they call that? Futurity?
I'm not sure what they called that.
Oh, no.
But you want to talk about tough girls? Lord God Almighty. It seemed like every female that I come across had preferred to fight a man than they had another girl. And
because
I
women
asked,
fight really dirty.
Yeah, they do. And I asked the girl, I said, what do you like fighting men? She said they hit harder than a woman. I went, damn, you about as crazy as I am. Lake Ferry. Hello, young lady. I got something to say. You got some of the prettiest carrots I think I've seen, carrot tops. And yes, I did see your video. And that eggplant ain't nothing to sneeze at either.
Shoot, yeah. Like, I love carrots and eggplant. Pretty versatile.
If I'm not mistaken, Bigfoot was on last night, and he said those carrots right there. Wait a minute, let me turn the picture on. My computer is so damn slow; it's slower than I am. He said those carrots was about that big around, and probably about that tall. He said
the Bugs Bunny carrot.
Shit. I don't think Bugs Bunny's mouth was big enough to chomp down on one of them things.
Man, what's up, Doc?
But can you imagine making a carrot cake with one of them carrots? You would have to have about a 20-layer cake.
Man, hadn't had a good carrot cake in I don't know when.
Man, yeah, I'm right there with you.
I like them.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to ask this question. Lake Ferry, is Bigfoot around? And I really, truly hope you say yes to this one. Because I'm going to tell you, bring him to the screen. I got something to show him. Wait a minute. My chat quit moving. Okay, Lake, bring him to the screen for a minute. I'll be back.
And really, technically, there are no bad questions because today is Ask a Stupid Question Day.
That's a stupid question.
Now I got to be careful with this.
There's no wrong questions.
My wife worked hard on this.
What you got?
Wait a minute. Bigfoot, are you watching?
More cake.
I think it starts with a C.
It ends with an E.
That's what I'm thinking.
I gotta show you. Check this shit. Check it out.
I'm surprised there's any left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know what happened right there. I really don't. But pineapple, homemade icing, and yes, the wife made this one. Damn, that's good.
Sounds good.
That cake is so moist, it melts before.
Hey, pumpkin spice girl.
Oh, hey, is Ginger with you tonight? Let me put it back because my wife's giving me an evil look here.
No, I didn't get an X-ray. I'm not going to bother with it. It'll heal by itself.
Well, I think 20 minutes has passed here.
It's getting better. It's
20
still
minutes.
red, but
Is
Yeah,
it still
you're at
red?
29.
oh yeah,
Damn.
it's supposed to be red. That's what means it's healing.
Oh, hell, we're talking about two different things.
You still got mobility. It just hurts.
Yeah, I can move it and everything.
I got you.
I don't want to pick up anything heavy or anything. So.
Yeah. Aggravated.
I've got.
Well, it gets my left arm working. I had to go get water today, so I had to lift it up with my left arm.
Buster, I ain't sharing that cake. The swelling has gone down right much. Right in there My elbow was a little on sore side, and right here, I had a knot on there about the size of a baseball for about 3 days.
Oh, gone.
It's working on it. It ain't as bad as it was last night. But like I said, it's still sore. What happened, I do not know. Nothing, to my knowledge, has bit me. I've not hit it or anything like that. So if it was still there today, I was going to get up with my doctor and tell her, look, I need an appointment like either today or tomorrow.
That's weird.
Dig Deeper Ministry, which is Bigfoot, okay? He says, Dixie, will you make me a cake, please? She said, yeah, but how you going to get it? Well, now, wait a minute.
Bigfoots travel pretty fast.
Look, that right there at the bottom, see?
Oh, yeah, I can.
She says
Yeah,
she can.
they call it the funny bone, but there's nothing funny about it when you hit it.
Mm-mm.
It is if it's on somebody else.
Oh yeah.
All right. 20 minutes has passed. I want to get into a story. And I'm not going to fly into it like I had anticipated on, because Bushcraft kind of pointed out some things on this right before the show. I'm going to read you the headline of it first. Then I'm going to kind of get into it a little bit. The headline goes, 95-year-old veteran kicked out of nursing home to make way for migrant housing, lawmakers say. Now, I first read that pissed me off. I kind of hit the ceiling on that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The way I took it, it was a home for veterans, okay? But I think he was the only veteran there, and everybody else, was regular people.
Oh, there are a few veterans there. It's just not.
But
yeah, a lot of people that age are veterans.
But what it was is the state had bought that place. It gave them what did you say, 2.5 months to evacuate?
Well, to move, yeah.
Well, but the thing of it is, do you know just how dead burn hard it is to place a person in a home like that to begin with? Sometimes it takes months, even up to years, to get somebody placed in there, and they give them 2.5 months. And then it was brought to my attention that this place was ran down.
Yeah.
It was, they was lucky that it hadn't fell down yet.
Well,
and like I told Bush,
there's a lot of that though.
I know,
and
but
it's a shame that kids put their parents in these places and don't go and look,
Now, 2 things, okay? I had to put my mother in one for the simple fact that she had dementia. I mean, it was full blown.
But you went and checked it out, though. You just didn't stick.
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
there's a difference between just that sunny farms or whatever. Yeah. They always name them something.
Yeah,
really good, and then they send them off there, and so often you see the bad stories after the fact.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, many years go by and it's like that. And then all of a sudden, a story breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I put the first one, I put my mother in, and she was coming out of the hospital because she had, I think it was, she sprung her arm or something like that. And she had to have, what was that? Therapy. Okay. I went and talked to a couple of them. The first thing that come out of my mouth is, do y'all have a therapy room? You know, like that, where I will not have to transport her from A to B. And she said, yeah, we do.
The first.
That was the first one. They lied. They did not have one. Plain and simple. I don't know if she got pushed down or what happened the second time, but she went back into another one, and it was close to the state line. I'm not going to say which state line.
Yeah.
When I first walked in there, and they was going to show me where Mama was going to be, and she had to be in a locked facility. Okay. Man, halfway down that hall, there was a snitch. Yeah, and that should have been the first red flag right there. We walked in there, and they were showing me around the room she was going to stay in. Everybody in there was zombified on account of drugs. That was red flag number 2. Mama, she weighed, I'm going to say about 130 pounds when she went in. Okay. 3 months later, I got a phone call from one here in town. I walked in, I talked to him, I walked around. Everybody up there, I mean, was either, and I'm talking patients, was yakking.
Jeff, people are telling you to remove something. I don't know what it is.
Well, oh, damn.
Take the comments off the screen. Oh, that.
Yeah. I got to go back up there and do it.
No, just click somebody else and click them again. There you go.
I got it.
I was looking in chat. I'm like, I don't see anything in chat.
Yeah. But when I pulled Mama out of the second one, she was about 93 pounds. They would not let her eat. They kept her doped up. She was black or dark up underneath her eyes.
And her arms were bruised.
Yeah, her arms was bruised up and everything. And I walked in up there, and I told them, I'm pulling Mama out of here now. I went and got her, got everything out. They was telling me, well, you still going to have to pay for it. And I said, bullshit. And the last one that she stayed in was the best retirement home I've ever seen.
I took really care of.
Yeah, they took extremely well care of her.
Sure she ate.
They let her eat. It may have took her 2 hours to eat, but she ate, and she gained her weight back. And I mean, I could not keep up with my mother and my father both at the same time. Plain simple. And I hated like hell to put Mama in one. That hurt me bad. And for them to go in like they did in New York, I thought it was Florida, but it's in New York. Tell everybody they got, I'm going to say 2 months to evacuate.
To move, not to evacuate.
The same thing.
Evacuate the premises.
Yeah. I mean, that's downright dirty. I'm just going to flat out say it is shitty the way they treat our elders. Because just think about this. We're going to be there one day. No doubt.
Yeah. We're
You know,
blessed and lucky to get there.
some of these places I've seen, I hope I die before I ever have to go to one.
I'd rather just walk out into the woods and
Yeah.
be done with it.
Yeah, the same here. And I think that's what infuriated me right much. And then Bushcraft kind of calmed me down a little bit because he read it. I have yet to read that story about what it's all for. But the main thing is they are evacuating all the people there to make room for illegal immigrants.
Oh, they're going to fix it up first.
You know they're going to have probably 55-inch TVs up in there and, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, no need for that.
How many people is this place supposed to house once they renovate it?
I don't know. It used to be a Catholic reform school.
I got you.
And then
It is.
they turned it over to the nursing home, which it
Well, if
probably
y'all
should
said
have
about
been.
100 people, I imagine about that many.
Yeah, it should have been condemned a while ago from what.
Reuben D, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad. There's a lot of those facilities like you. There's some really good ones, but there's also a lot of bad ones that just
Yeah,
go
but-
neglected. And
They
I hate
always
it.
buy them schools up for that purpose.
Well,
Exactly.
see,
They turn it over to nursing homes.
yeah. And it's like me, Bushcraft, and what was talking about in the back room. You got all these businesses and schools that are closed down, just sitting there. Fix them up for people like this. They done their share. They contributed back in their day. Just because they don't pay taxes like they used to, they're not being looked after like they're supposed to be looked after. And for anyone who has never walked into a home like this, please, I beg y'all to walk in. Just one. That's all.
And been more than my fair share.
I have.
My
One of
wife
my-
used to do that, take care of them.
And I bet you've heard some stories too, ain't you?
Oh yeah, my daughter's doing the same thing too. My oldest daughter.
I respect the people that do that as a job and do it well because it's a tough job, I could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Z, I looked into hiring a nurse for my parents. Okay. I could get one for daytime. That's it. But when I needed the nurse was at nighttime because that's when my mama's dementia would kick in. I took care of my mama for 3 years straight by myself. My wife, she worked third shift, had to sleep during the day, but yet on her days off, and when she woke up, she would try and tend to my mama, but my mama would not have nothing to do with my wife. Plain simple. It had to be me, period.
It's weird how the mind works and does all that.
It is. Now, my mama, her mind went back to when she was about 20 years old.
She goes outside and couldn't get her back in.
Yeah. And one of the funny things about it, it wasn't really funny, but yet it was at the time. She would walk out to the van. She would see her reflection in the window, and she would start cussing them out because they would not let her in the van. And it was her reflection.
She didn't recognize she was in that younger mind, in that younger era.
Let her
Wow.
figure it out.
But
Yeah, one of my grandmas, she passed when I was 13, but as a kid, I didn't see the signs because I was a kid, I just thought it was grandma being grandma, but she had dementia. I mean, it came pretty quick at the end, but yeah, it's tough.
well, what got me was this right here. I've been taking care of my mama for 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
My daddy ended up before he passed with early stages of dementia, and I did not recognize it then. That's what hurt because for a long time, Daddy would ask me, "Where's Mama?" I wouldn't lie to him. I'd tell him exactly where she was, and he'd break down in tears.
Oh yeah.
But he asked me every night that rolled around, "Where's Mama? Where's Mama?" And trust me, when they start repeating themselves over and over, you better go have them checked. The first doctor I took Mama to, they asked her 3 questions. Can she dress herself? Can she cook? And I forgot what the other one was. She said yes to all of them. The nurse and the doctor said ain't nothing wrong with her. I took Mama to my doctor. Within 5 minutes, he done started writing up the paper and everything. And Mama got to arguing with her mama in the room, and her mama has been deceased for over 50, 60 years.
Mm.
It
comes in stages.
it does. It really does. When it first starts out, you're not going to catch on to it unless you are trained in something like this.
Yeah. You have to see those little early warning signs.
Now, Daddy, he had COPD. All right. We had to end up getting a nurse to come out here, and she would show up about 3 times a week. And it got to the point every time Pop would lay down, he couldn't breathe. He'd start gagging. And it would happen a certain time every night. I looked up. She was here that one night. And I begged her to stay for at least 5 more minutes. She did. She saw what I was going through every night. She called hospice. Pop died about a week later.
Mm. Yeah, it's definitely tough.
Now,
My mom passed away.
yeah. Now, I got it on film where Daddy was in there laying down asleep. Mama went in there and tried to smother him while he was sleeping.
With a pillow.
Yeah. And the doctors didn't want to see that. And Daddy, at that time, he was confined to a wheelchair. So it All right, next subject.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get off of this one.
So that's something we all think about, and I'm pretty sure we've all had to deal with it to some level, It's definitely one of those things that hits home, we think about it.
That's why I said I wouldn't want my kids having to deal with that. I'd rather just walk off into the woods somewhere and find a good place to
Right.
let the critters take over.
Well, if it gets to the point to where I don't recognize
Hard to hear.
Well, yeah, definitely want to be in your right mind.
Is that any better?
Check, 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 check.
I see my mic going all the way into the red, so
yeah, I see that. Sorry about that.
What happened?
Oh, they say bushcraft. They can't hardly hear. But boy, got quiet up in here, didn't it?
yeah, there's some really. I mean, some of them stories are way out there.
Yeah.
For the FEMA thing.
Yeah.
Chances are they're testing something, but it's hard to say with the
Hard to
government.
say. It really is.
The government's involved. It's hard to say.
Well,
they can light that thing up, and Jeff hears his phone going off and looks at it, and next thing you know, tomorrow he's wearing a pink dress.
Oh, wow. That could happen.
In high heels.
Man, that would be brutal.
You tell me about it. I can't hardly walk now. Can you see me in high heels?
I guess it's about like anything, you pray for the best, you prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Exactly.
I mean, like some people said, if you got the ability to do this and the Amber Alerts and all this other stuff, why can't certain people get stuff in a real emergency situation?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's the thing that I wondered. What if we have this thing? Why didn't people get told? Your phone go off. Hey, there's a fire down the road here.
Yeah.
Go this way to run from the fire. In Hawaii, nobody got no FEMA warning that there was a fire. Look down in Florida, there was no FEMA.
FEMA will broadcast when it benefits them. Straight up. They're government. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a business and it's running good, and if you want it to go south, let the government in on it. They will do it every time. Sassy Cat's telling you to hide your dresses.
Oh. I guess it's just weird with the timing and, I guess you could say current events, certain things. I don't know. Me personally, I just think that the timing is the weird thing. I know they planned for a while, but why now for us?
And the thing is, they already have phase 2 ready to go in case that one doesn't work.
Oh,
now,
definitely.
ain't they going to do phase 2 on the 11th?
No, that's when I say phase 2 is if come the 4th it doesn't go off or whatever they have planned doesn't work, then they have one set for the 11th.
Well, you see what Doozy. You see what Susie D posted. Sorry, Susie.
Doozy C.
Yeah.
That I have no idea,
It's
but
hard to say.
from what I gathered on nanotechnology, they draw their power from heat.
Yeah,
So as long as the body is heated, they'll still be active.
it needs a host, basically.
Yeah.
Lake, how you feeling? I hope you better than what you was earlier today.
I've, I've looked into stuff like that over the years. It's constantly been growing. How that type of field's been going, and it's really scary in a way
Yeah.
because it gets to the point where you just don't know because it's the possibilities are wherever.
And if they told you that, oh, it's okay, they die off in a month, would you believe them?
No, I wouldn't.
You know what it's coming down to, right? Population. And yeah, I'm kind of going to leave it alone at that. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I mean, this has been in the works for years. I think before we was really born.
Nothing new under the sun.
Exactly.
Just comes in a different form, different time, different place.
Well, see, it's been in the works for years, but there is a time that they can do this and successfully do it. And the way things are going now, it's probably about the right time.
Well, I think if inevitably the evil knows it's going to lose, it would be its most important thing to take as many casualties along with it. If you know your ship's
Exactly.
already sinking, um, that's the way I kind of look at it in a way. It's the ever going battle of good versus evil, and evil knows it's going to lose in the end. So why wouldn't it try to attempt to, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hail Mary.
Like, only if you want to. I'm not going to pressure nothing in, nothing.
The world's chaotic. I just try to stay solid and balanced, and like Bushcraft said, take your shoes off and get recharged and balanced. Let go of some of that negative stuff. There's
Well,
so
now,
much out there.
and you got to have certain soil in order to really get recharged.
The
Because
earth.
I mean,
It's
I
the earth.
thought it had something to do with clay and everything.
No, it's the earth. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with the texture of it or anything. It's um, the force from the earth, the magnetic, it'll draw out that stuff.
Well, with my luck, if I go barefooted, I'm going to step in a fire ant hill. I bet you there's a couple of hundred.
Well, I bet you it gets you going.
Oh, hell yeah. You know you're going to run.
talk about the magnetic fields. Do y'all believe that, like, as humans, we're nothing but electricity and whatever? You believe we give off like a certain aura?
Yeah.
Y'all believe in that?
I do. Yeah. It's,
Uh,
I think it's an energy is what we give off.
I'm pretty sure you
And
know. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely the energy. You know that the night vision. They use the green spectrum to see stuff like that.
yeah,
Y'all ever heard about the studies when they first started developing it, and they used the red spectrum?
no,
Yeah.
Uh, it
They went
was
through quite a bit before they found one that didn't freak them out.
yeah. There's a lot of reports when they
Blue,
first used that red spectrum that they were seeing some pretty wicked stuff.
yeah, the blue one too. They actually
Yeah.
see things that are not there.
It caused them to see into the what do they call it? The astro. I forget the word they used to describe it. Astral realm. Could be wrong.
I think it's the astral field.
Astral field. Yeah, there you go. I think that's it. But
God did not give us the ability for fear. That's what the devil planted in us. And I mean, that's my 2 cents right there. I may be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You
I don't
know,
know, and I don't know how they know this, but they say when a child first starts to see, red is one of the first spectrums that it sees in. Now, I don't know exactly how true that is. I read that somewhere. That's why, they say like when a child's young, they may see certain things or stuff that we don't see or we lost the ability to see.
And a
I
lot
think
of
it's
them,
we
a
lost
lot
the
of them,
ability.
a lot of them forget about it, forget what
Yeah.
they see too. Because my where we used to live, we had a ghost there. There was no way around it because it would move things, and
Mm.
we just lived with it. It was nothing like it do anything harm. But my son, my youngest son, which is autistic, he would sit there and have conversations with somebody that wasn't there, baby talk and stuff, and just hand them stuff, and
Yeah.
it was just weird.
You can
Now,
still see in that spectrum.
Yeah.
my oldest grandson, when he was in diapers and talking and everything, he was staying with his other Meemaw. And her husband, I want to say his name was John, and I may be wrong with that, had passed quite a few years earlier. And my son asked his Meemaw, "Who's that man over there?" And she looked around. She said, "What man?"
Mm.
He described her husband to the T.
Mhm.
And he would talk to him, everything. And he would, I'm gonna say John, okay? I may be wrong. John would come and visit him at night when he stayed down there, and they would talk. And my grandson said he wasn't scared at all the first time he seen him, And a few years later, he started seeing somebody else. And I really do think my grandson has that ability, but he won't talk about it.
Yeah. I definitely believe it definitely could be possible. Definitely for sure. Makes you wonder every time somebody said an imaginary friend as a kid, like what was really there.
Yeah.
Exactly. But now I do not know how true this is. Maybe bushcraft can enlighten us. But out of all animals, they say that a cat can sense the presence of a deceased quicker than any other animal.
Well, they've been known to be like a protector of the dead. So or not of the dead, from the dead, because um, like you watch some movies like The Mummy. The mummies, the spirits of mummy, were afraid of a cat. They wouldn't go around them, and it's almost like an evil spirit thing. They will, all of a sudden you'll see a cat going, and
Yeah.
what my grandma would say, it's a evil spirit trying to get in, and the cat stopped it.
Morgan,
That's
somewhere on your keyboard, look on your numbers side. It should have the word caps on there.
the other side. It'll be the left-hand side.
Left-hand
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
like
Just
you said,
my
Un-
keyboard don't have it.
Unless you're on a phone, and then you have to hit the
Arrow.
side tab.
It should be
Yeah.
an arrow. If it's a big white arrow, hit that again, and it'll make it go down.
Okay. This keyboard does not have caps lock on it nowhere. In order for me to type in uppercase, I have to hold my shift bar down.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like cats during the Egyptian times. They were believed to be bearers of good luck. That's why you seen like in the hieroglyphs, they had the cats adorned. You know, the wealthy people, their cats had jewels and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now there's a few times in a house when I've had a cat, I've seen him arch up his back and hiss and turn around and walk away. But it's like he is standing there looking at something and I cannot see what they're looking at.
Yeah.
You know, and I did not know nothing about that. I had no idea that a cat could see spirits. But I do know
I
that
don't know if it's,
Yeah.
100% true or not, but that's what my grandma would say. And she was a gypsy. She would tell people's fortunes and all kinds of stuff like that.
people like that scare me. I will not walk into a place that can do that. I do not want to know my future. Okay.
Oh, most of those are gimmicks.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
very, because it's all
I know.
a con. Because I used to do something like that when I was in the carnival. It was guess your age and stuff. I just talked to somebody for a few minutes and I could tell all about them.
Well, it's also like this. If you let a person talk long enough, you'll find out everything you need to know probably within 30 minutes. How old they are, how many times they've been married, how many boyfriends or girlfriends they've had, and so forth. And yes, you can learn more by being quiet than you can if you ask questions.
Interesting.
My computer, I don't know what it is. Really?
What? No one.
I didn't know that.
I bet I know something else you didn't know.
That 2 and 2 don't always equal 4.
Well, it depends on if you apply the Pythagorean theorem and E equals MC squared. But today is today is National North Carolina Day. How about that?
Really?
It's your holiday.
I'd like to know what's so special about it.
Well,
Are we still being taxed?
What makes North Carolina so great?
I reckon, truthfully, to break it down, every state is like this, but I think a lot of it has to do with the people. You've got some people that are really nice, and then you got some people who I don't even want to talk about them.
Yeah, you hear about something going on in Oregon, an Oregon high school. Did you hear about it?
I heard something going on in Oregon.
One of these mixed up people that think they're a girl, but they're actually a boy. Decides beat up on a actual girl. Didn't get suspended or anything.
Wow.
And planned it ahead of time and told people to sit right there and record it.
Premeditated.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
That's awful, man.
I know the other story I was wanting to tell about now.
That's criminal.
Yeah, it is. But it's also criminal for people who can't afford groceries to go to a food bank and get refused because they're white. They are too white. And that's happening in, what is it, Washington? I believe it is, the state up there.
Mhm.
They are being refused for that right there. Dude, if that's the only way I had to feed my family, rules have just got broken.
Yeah, I mean it's people that depend on stuff like that, and especially now more than ever.
Yeah. I
A
mean,
little bit.
it may not be much that you get, but it helps.
Right.
I'll put it like that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And for them to give people, I don't want to say food stamps, I can't think of the name of it, to get $12.50 a month. How the Sam hell is anybody going to survive off of $12.50 a month when a damn bag of beans is running $3 and $4 for a pound bag of pintos and rice? And I mean, look,
3 beans a
we
day.
Yeah.
and hoe cake. I will be making that video because my wife brought me some buttermilk tonight. Okay. But
Hey, speaking of that, you know what I found? They sell powdered buttermilk.
yeah,
Did you know that?
Yeah.
yeah.
I did not know that. I found some the other day. I was like, wow,
Now
total game changer.
It's good for baking.
Yeah, total game
it ain't,
changer.
that's not good for drinking, though.
Well, buttermilk ain't good for drinking in the first place.
Hey, oh, you can do the buttermilk challenge.
Hold on. I got a challenge for everybody.
Cinnamon challenge.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh,
All right. Damn, somebody done been in it. Now, for those who has weak stomachs, leave. All right, wait a minute. You should. Oh hell!
you got a dent
You
in it.
say that, right?
Yeah.
It is buttermilk. Green. Oh hell no! That's red.
That's not buttermilk.
Yeah, I was about to tell you. That was a good magic trick. Transform milk to buttermilk.
Damn it, I got the right one this time. I turned the light on. See, whole milk, buttermilk. You see? Right, damn, wrong finger.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay. I'm going to say one more time. Anybody who has a weak stomach, turn your head.
Oh, no. Don't do it. Man, the buttermilk challenge.
Damn right.
That'll be on TikTok next week.
What happened?
What'd you kick me for?
No.
Hell, I don't know. Did you see the challenge?
I don't want to see it.
That's part of the challenge. You drink the buttermilk and kick somebody.
I don't know about kicking, but it sure tastes good. All right, I'm gonna put it back. I don't want it to go bad. I gotta make some hoe cake.
It's already bad. It's already spoiled milk.
It's already buttered.
Okay, for the ones that turned their head and left their screen, y'all may come back now. Buttermilk, you got, damn, that shit's good. Grace Johnson, it's the Jeff Comedy Show, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. The liberals can't take our buttermilk. Shit, they can't take regular milk. It takes a man or a woman to drink buttermilk. Well, it got quiet. What happened? It ain't supposed to get quiet on my show. No, it does not taste like fish. Oh, wait a minute.
I had to get some ice. Sound like I was in an avalanche.
Damn, does that mean you gonna take that challenge also?
Maybe not today or anytime soon, but I'll let you know.
Oh, excuse me there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't so much like it by itself, but yeah, I like to bake with it or on biscuits or whatnot, for sure.
Yeah.
If you do biscuit,
the chicken in it, and then that's usually like if I'm gonna make buffalo wings, even though I don't do it the way they do it anyway. I soak my wings in buttermilk first overnight, and then with a lot of the spices, and then I'll pat them dry and spice them up, and then let them set another night in the fridge, and then air fry them.
You know what? What happened to 101? He passed out.
I like chicken wings. I hate they only got 2 of them.
Hey, did you know it's against the law to eat buffalo wings now? It's harming the buffalo. They can't fly no more.
Yeah, I seen that was trending. I was wondering about that. You can't say buffalo anymore. Got to say bison.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah, you can't say buffalo.
The buffaloes, things that are in the rice patties and stuff.
Yeah, I think we said it too much as it is.
That'll be darn. Learn something new every day, huh?
Go bison.
It's like I heard, in a joke or a story, something like that. If I'm standing in line at a store at Christmas time and they tell me they do not like to hear the word Merry Christmas, I will Merry Christmas your ass to death. Period. Almost as bad as saying interested.
Well, I don't mind it at all.
Oh, I don't either, but it's going to depend on that person. Okay.
Yeah.
Plain simple. I don't care what your religion is. I do not care what your race, creed, or whatever you think you are. It don't bother me. But do not come up to me and try to tell me this and that. I'm already set in my ways.
Well, some guy tried to tell me, he says, well, how would you like it if I come up to you and said Happy Hanukkah? And I said, well, I would say Happy Hanukkah to you back.
Yeah.
But you're not Jewish. I said, I don't care. I'm wishing you a happy Hanukkah. It has nothing to do with if I like Christmas and you don't like Christmas. that is your choice. That's your religion. I'm not going to, oh, you're a horrible person. You told me something. I'm going to say happy Hanukkah to you back. Or
Yeah.
what's the other one? Kwanzaa or something like that. Yeah. It may take me a few minutes to say it, but I'll say it back to you because I'm wishing you whatever that is.
Holiday that you believe
You know what?
in.
Yeah.
At least you can do is show me the respect back.
I don't know if you ever watched much Seinfeld, but it reminded me of that one episode. It was Christmas time, and they was trying to figure out what to celebrate, and they said, "We'll just create Festivus, the festival for the rest of us."
That makes sense.
That was pretty funny.
But did you know Walmart quit selling stuff at Christmas that says Merry Christmas on it?
No, they still sell it.
Not down here.
Oh,
I
because
mean, they
I
may.
was just,
Hold on. Let me back up. Right quick. Okay. They've got it setting to the side to where you really got to look for it. It's not out like it used to be.
because
Find it.
down here it's well, most of them I go to. As soon as the garden stuff is out, ready to go for clearance,
Mhm.
that's where the Christmas stuff goes.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
stuff they pulled from the back that they didn't put out on the floor. Merry Christmas.
No, all the Christmas stuff goes there, and then after Halloween, they bring out another load of stuff. Like the candy and wrapping paper and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Goes
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
front.
the second wave.
Yeah.
Shoot, they don't hesitate to put the Halloween stuff out, man. They had it out here probably a month ago.
Oh, we
Oh,
done
yeah.
got out. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Helen, I
Soon as
couldn't agree with
September
you more.
1st it comes out.
Oh yeah, man, they got statues in there 15 foot tall.
Dude, and in y'all's state and everything, they go, it seems like straight from Halloween straight to Christmas. What happened to the Thanksgiving decorations and everything? I don't see that many of them no more.
Well, that's the Happy Holidays.
Yeah, they
It's
merged
not.
that.
Yeah, it's both of them together. But they do have, they have a little bit of uh Thanksgiving type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
More towards the Thanksgiving, like the right after Halloween, you'll get that all the food stuff, and it's
Yeah,
nothing to do about Thanksgiving. It's just the food. It's the holiday of a big meal.
yeah,
Me, I'm gonna put it out there. Thanksgiving is my holiday, okay? And I know a lot of y'all is going to agree with this. That is the holiday where family really gets together, okay? It ain't like it used to be during the summertime. One side of the family would have a reunion, and about a month later, the other side would have it. You don't see that shit no more. It's come down to
not as
me
much
for
as you used to.
right. It comes down for me. That's what Thanksgiving is about now, giving thanks to your family. I'm sorry if a lot of y'all don't believe in that, but that's my holiday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick, I'd probably say, just as far as the activities overall, I like Thanksgiving more. It's like you said, it's more focused on the family. You're not distracted by a gift or, I mean, the real meaning of Christmas has its purpose, but what
Yeah.
people celebrate, there's no distractions really like that. It's just good food and conversation, what it should be about on a regular occurrence, but Families having dinners together, and like you said, family reunions. Checking in on people.
To me, Christmas is celebrating Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know where all the presents are. I mean, come in factor at. And there is way too much commercial in Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And to get down to it, I know a lot of people do not like this holiday. I think Easter is for two things. Number one is that's when Jesus rose. And I also think it's for the kids, okay? Because most all kids is in church on that day, or let's say Easter Sunday. I'll put it like that, okay? That is the most packed a church will be is on Easter and Christmas. And I am a big believer in taking your kids to church on Sunday. When they get a certain age, they're going to go on their own. But the chances are they'll come back to the church just like they're going to come back home. And they're going to bring more with them when they come. That's the way I look at it. Margaret, the false church. I do agree there is a lot of false churches. But it's like I said, that's the way I believe. A lot of people may not believe the way I do.
Yeah. It's good to, it's good to have that structure, inside yourself and, know certain things, but it's also good to have that interaction and that communion with, fellow people that are like-minded or think the way that you think or.
Well, I'm also being told here, as long as you keep Jesus at the head of the table, I don't see where you're going wrong. Because like I said, Christmas time is when Jesus was born. At Easter is when he rose. Okay.
Yeah. Look how many times when Jesus was around, he'd sit up across the street on the way to a town somewhere and just preach. That wasn't a church. It was.
Yep.
I don't even think they had a building they called a church back then. A church was the people, period. It's not a building. The only reason they put them in buildings is because of weather.
We are the building, the structure. We are the temple.
And there's a lot of them that a lot of people make money off of it. It's not a religion. It's a way to make money.
But you want to know something? It's coming right down to this right here. Come Judgment Day, they have to answer for all this. You cannot answer for them. It's them only. And for the false preachers, I'm sorry. There is a special place for them.
Yeah. In the 80s, there's a lot of them.
Oh, God.
I'm sure everybody remembers them. And there's people that followed them everywhere and they would send all their money to them and everything. And
80s and the 90s, and then they went to the late night infomercials.
They had these houses that were movie
mega
star
mansions
houses and stuff. And, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what that person believes in. It's like I said, I got drug out of bed to go to church. Okay, I'll put it to you like that. But I went back to church. And right now, I am in the middle of a church. There is one I really love, but I've got to travel an hour away just to get to it. There's another one that I go to that's probably 10, 15 minutes up the road. They're both good preachers, but the one that lives the furthest is the type of preaching I like. You will not fall asleep in his church. Straight up, plain simple. The other one I go to, my wife is sitting beside me. I'm getting elbowed about every 10 minutes. But yet, I mean, like I said, they're both good preachers. They really are.
For me, I rather just pop on YouTube at 11 o'clock, watch Bigfoot. Yeah. Listen to music at 10:30 from the Vineyard Chicks.
Yep. Now, Connie Carlo, she says no building needed. Mm-hmm. And I do agree with that. The only reason you go to be around other people like that is to learn. Plain and simple. You know, like Bushcraft says, you can turn on the TV and you can watch Bigfoot, or you can watch other preachers. Now, I think the world of Bigfoot. I like the man a lot. But if I was to die tomorrow, I don't think he would preach my funeral because he's got too far to go. And you get the big people who was on TV. You can hang that up, him coming and preach at your funeral. You know, it ain't going to happen. You know, that's my opinion. Everybody's got one. You either like it and agree, or you don't like it and you disagree. That's it. You know, we don't have to have an argument. We can do this civilized.
If you like it, I love it. I want some more of it.
Damn, they ought to make a song about it with them words in there.
They ought to. It's kind of catchy.
Ain't it though?
Just does something to this achy breaky heart.
Well, you could be on the front porch just a swinging.
Yeah. Yep. Just a swinging.
Yeah, I remember when that song first come out. Everybody went ape shit crazy over that song.
Oh, well,
yeah. Achy breaky heart. They went ape wild over that one.
Yeah. Can you name any other songs that he did?
That was his main one.
I honestly can't.
Yeah, I can't.
I know he did others.
There are a couple, but that's not like that one.
That's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when you hear that song, you know who sung it. Just like, wait a minute. Hello, Darling. You know who sung that one?
Hello, darling. Yeah, certain people have that voice. I think a lot of the newer stuff, so many people sound so identical.
Yeah.
You know, they're all trying to get that same sound.
Yeah. Somebody's comes out different, and then all of a sudden, well, that everybody sounds like that person now. It's like,
yeah,
what's the big deal?
You look at this new person that come out. Where's he from? Virginia? I can't even think of his name now. Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah.
Thank you, Connie. He come out with that song. The reason everybody liked it for two reasons. Number one is he was being truthful about it, and he's got a little hillbilly or bluegrass. Look, I'm sorry, that's not country. Okay, if y'all think that's country, y'all don't know nothing.
Yeah, I got a kick out of all the reaction videos. Oh, it's a country western.
No,
No,
it
it's
ain't.
not.
It is far. He's got that voice. I'm gonna put it like that. And I mean, he's a good singer. He really is.
And then there's people saying it's Appalachian. No, it's not. It's bluegrass.
Well, now, if I remember correctly, Appalachian people were the first ones to come out with bluegrass. And does anybody in here know what a porch banjo is or a porch guitar?
Somewhat.
No,
That's what I think you're talking about.
maybe.
Okay.
The big old box thing.
It is a string or a rope. At the end of it, there is a bucket on it.
Oh,
You
yep.
step on that bucket on the porch. And depending on how much pressure you put on that bucket, is going to give you a different tone. That was the first one to come out.
Yep. I can visualize it now. Shoot, you got that in a pair and a couple spoons. Shoot, you can get you a song going.
Who is it? Vineyard Chicks. One of them plays the spoons, don't they?
Yeah.
All I know is Bunky and who is KK?
Well, if you know two, then you have to know the third one.
I don't know. I don't either because I've never really heard all three of them's name.
Oh, I thought you meant you can't figure out which one's which. I was going to say there's three, and if you know two, you have to know what the third one was. That's Trey.
Okay, Trey.
Yeah.
My wife's sitting on the front porch, her mouth going a mile a minute, telling me who is.
That's the one that plays the drums, that plays the spoons.
See?
Yep. She got that right.
Yep.
I don't know her name.
I know their names, but I couldn't put their faces with. Only Bunky is the only one I can put a face with the name.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking
she's not allowed to show her face now.
I'm thinking KK is the oldest one.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I'm hitting 2 for 2 out of 3. Now, who's the third one?
Trey. Just think if you get 2, then you figure there's 3. Trey meaning 3.
Uno, do, Trey.
Unos, nochos, tres, cuatro.
See.
And
that's as far as I can go.
She's doing okay. It's going to hit her for the first couple of days. It's going to be rough. Bunky.
Is she still on medicine right now?
Oh yeah, she just had surgery.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of times
this morning.
She had surgery this morning?
Yeah. See, that's why I was trying to tell everybody that she didn't have it on Wednesday because they found out that their insurance company that they go with, the hospital doesn't cover it. So they needed a new hospital. They had the doctor, but they needed a hospital. So they got approved today, this morning, and she got it done today.
That's bull.
That's that's business. That's the way it goes. It's
I
That's
know.
how it is now.
You know, I remember back in the day, Blue Cross and Blue Shield used to be the best around. Now it's got to be what I'm going to say in the bottom 5. Maybe not that high, but and around here a few years ago, if you had Blue Cross and Blue Shield, hospitals and doctors wouldn't see you because when they changed over, they was not paying the people because they said, well, you know, that's too high and we're not going to pay it. You know, but what about the people who are suffering?
oh yeah.
You know, they don't care.
It's a business.
Well,
Yeah.
ain't,
Go ahead.
yeah, there ain't too much out there that's still as good as it once was besides us or the people.
I can honestly understand what I was told as a youngin'. Young men have dreams. Old men has visions. The dreams that young men have is where they want to go and what they want to be in life. Vision means I could have done this, I could have done that, or I've did this and I've done that.
Yeah.
You know, it took me a while to understand that. So,
Yeah.
man, I didn't know it was going on 9 o'clock. So, anybody else got anything else they want to say? Are you going to go live tomorrow night, Bushcraft?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
Dana B, did I insult another channel? Because if I did, I apologize right quick. I don't know if you're talking to me or someone else. But that's one thing I don't mean to do. And like I said, if I did, please stop me and I apologize real quick. But
Last Thursday of the month.
okay, thank you, Connie.
Already October already.
Oh. I started a car lot the other day. I've got 10 or 12 brooms out there right now. If any of y'all need an extra ride. And I figured out why witches don't wear underwear. So they can get a better grip.
Oh man. Oh no, that all got started, the witch and the broom.
Man, how many times have you gone up the road and seen a costume of a witch on a broom plastered to a phone pole?
Oh yeah, Dad. I seen people put it on their trees in their yard. Yeah, that's a pretty funny one.
Yeah. Man, come Halloween, they're plastered all over the place up here. I think what I believe happened is they had a witch's ball and they drank too much potion and tried to fly home.
Yeah, Bunky still needs the prayers to get through the healing part because it's going to be a rough few days.
Let's all in chat remember Bunky, and like Bushcraft says, go ahead and send a prayer up for her to get better. What? You got any last words or anything going on that you want to share?
Not really right off the top of my head, really. I appreciate you having me up.
That ain't no problem. Bigfoot, I think, has got 15 minutes left. And I apologize for running into his show tonight. I did not know that he was going live until Bushcraft told me. So everybody over here go on and go to, what channel is he on? Dig Deeper Ministry?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure. Go on over there and tell him Bushy Bear sent you. So, all right. I'm going to call it quits, and everybody have a good weekend, and I'll catch you later. Out.
Peace, love, and bacon grease.